Did you know that only about 1 in 10 people, aged 65 to 80, can still do things that seem very simple, like standing on one foot for 10 seconds, crossing the street quickly without stopping halfway, or remembering an upcoming weekend appointment? These small things, it turns out, are signs of something extraordinary. You're aging exceptionally well. I know sometimes we just hope to slow down aging, to not have back pain, not feel dizzy, not forget important tasks. But life keeps moving, and the body begins to reflect the passage of time through quiet signals. A sudden fall, a skipped heartbeat when climbing stairs, or forgetting the name of an old friend. Emma, 74 years old, lives in a small town in Vermont. Every morning, she still walks around the neighborhood, stops to chat with neighbors, and tends her garden, just like she always has. When her children and grandchildren suggested a nursing home, she smiled and said, "There are 8 things I can still do better than you." And indeed, doctors confirmed, Emma is a rare case, a true symbol of exceptional aging. The sad reality is that most older adults don't realize they're gradually losing physical and mental abilities until a sudden event happens. At that point, even getting out of bed in the morning becomes a challenge. This video will help you discover 8 signs that show you're not just living longer, but living well. These are markers to help you assess your health, agility, memory, and spirit, the core factors of an independent and fulfilling old age. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, or have loved ones in this stage, stay with me. Just a few more minutes, and you may notice things you've never paid attention to before, but they could change your entire healthy aging journey. And if you find that you can still do 4, 5, or even all 8 things on this list, congratulations, you truly are a rare gem. Now let's begin the journey, one sign at a time, and see if you're truly aging exceptionally. When it comes to healthy aging, most people immediately think of the heart, lungs, or memory. But there's one health indicator that often goes unnoticed, despite being the simplest and easiest to check: your grip strength. When was the last time you opened a jar of jam? Did you need help from someone else? Or were you able to twist that lid off swiftly and effortlessly? Grip strength, though it may sound minor, is actually one of the most accurate indicators of your overall health. Multiple medical studies in the US have shown that hand strength isn't just about muscle power. It reflects your neurological function, cardiovascular health, and full body coordination. Those with strong grip strength tend to have lower mortality rates and significantly reduced risks of heart disease, stroke, and cognitive decline. A solid grip is also essential for maintaining independence. It allows you to carry grocery bags, turn faucets, pull car doors, or simply push yourself up from bed without needing someone else's help. The good news is, grip strength isn't something you're born with. It's something you can improve at any age, even after 70. You don't need a gym or fancy equipment. You can train right at home with simple exercises like squeezing a rubber ball, opening and closing your fist repeatedly, or using resistance bands to build wrist and forearm strength. Start with a small challenge. Each morning, spend 2 minutes squeezing your fist tightly for 5 seconds, then releasing. Repeat 10 times. You can also use an old tennis ball. Squeeze and release for 15 reps per set every day. After a few weeks, you might be surprised to find that opening jars, holding heavier items, or even brushing your teeth becomes noticeably easier. Don't underestimate the power of your hands, because they might be the very thing keeping you from becoming dependent on others. A firm grip doesn't just reflect physical health. It's a quiet affirmation that you're still in control of your own life. And if grip strength is the foundation of independence, then the ability to rise from the floor is your insurance policy for safety. Let's continue and explore the second important sign, something even many young people struggle to do. No one wants to fall, but the truth is that a single, simple fall can completely change an older adult's life, from needing a cane to losing the ability to live independently. And one of the simplest tests to assess that risk is this. Can you stand up from the floor without assistance? Imagine this. You're picking something up off the ground, kneeling down to tie your shoes, and then you can't get up. Do you have enough strength and flexibility to return to a standing position without holding onto a chair, a wall, or someone else? The ability to sit down and get back up from the floor without support is a powerful indicator of overall health. It requires a combination of muscle strength, especially in the legs and core, joint flexibility, balance, and neurological control. According to experts at the University of Pittsburgh, people who can perform this movement typically have a lower risk of falling, recover faster from injuries, and enjoy a higher average lifespan. More importantly, this ability is crucial for independent living. From dressing yourself, using the bathroom, to taking care of yourself during emergencies. The good news is, whether you're 65, 75, or even older, you can still improve this skill. Standing up from the floor isn't a you have it or you don't situation. It's a trainable ability that can get better day by day with gentle practice. Start with wall squats. Stand 1 foot away from a wall, keep your back against it, and slowly lower into a squat before pushing back up. Or try the invisible chair exercise. Pretend to sit in a low chair. Bend your knees slowly. Hold the position for a few seconds, then rise. Doing this 5 to 10 times a day can bring noticeable improvement in just 2 to 3 weeks. Here's a simple test you can try at home. Place a mat on the floor and try to sit down and stand up without using your hands. If you need to push off or feel unsteady, that's a sign you should start exercising today, because that strength is your personal safety net against future accidents and dependency. Being able to rise from the floor is more than a physical movement. It's a symbol of autonomy, flexibility, and confidence in old age. It helps you feel in control, and that's something no one else can give you. If you can already stand up from the floor easily, congratulations, you're doing better than most people your age. And if not, today is the perfect time to begin. Because among the 8 signs of exceptional aging, posture is just as vital. And next, we'll explore why maintaining good posture is a foundational factor that helps you walk tall, stay strong, and radiate confidence. At a certain age, many people begin to notice themselves walking slower, with a rounded back and the head tilting forward. You may not realize it immediately, but these subtle changes in posture are silent signals that may foreshadow a host of future health problems. Take a look in the mirror. Are you still standing upright? Are your shoulders relaxed? And is your chin parallel to the ground? Or have you started to notice a rounded back, a compressed chest, and fatigue when standing for long periods? Maintaining good posture, standing tall, not slouching, with your shoulders back, is not just about appearance. It reflects the strength and stability of your spine, core muscles, glutes, and legs. Numerous studies have shown that poor posture is closely linked to reduced breathing capacity, a higher risk of falls, impaired balance, and even mental health issues like anxiety and depression. On the other hand, good posture allows you to breathe more deeply, improves blood circulation, reduces spinal pressure, and sends a message of confidence and vitality. The encouraging news is you don't need special equipment or physical therapy sessions to improve your posture. Just a few minutes each day, paying attention to how you stand, sit, and walk can make a big difference. For example, try standing against a wall with your heels, buttocks, shoulders, and head all touching the surface. Hold for 30 seconds. This is the ideal posture you should aim to maintain throughout daily life. You can also try the reverse shoulder roll exercise. While sitting or standing upright, pull your shoulders back and down. Hold for 10 seconds and repeat 5 to 10 times. This simple movement helps open your chest, increases shoulder flexibility, and strengthens your upper back. Key components for keeping your spine aligned. Another helpful trick: place a small cross-shaped piece of tape between your shoulder blades each morning. When your shoulders start to slump, you'll feel the tape tug, prompting you to correct your posture in real time. Catching poor posture early helps you adjust faster and more effectively. Posture isn't something to fix only after you're already hunched over. The earlier you take action, the better you'll preserve your mobility, deep breathing, and balance, core elements for avoiding chronic illness and living longer. Remember, posture is your most honest form of body language. It speaks volumes about how you're living, strong and intentional, or tired and resigned. Keeping your back straight doesn't just make you look healthier, it makes you feel healthier every single day. If you feel like you've forgotten what it's like to stand tall, don't worry. Each day is a chance to start fresh and reclaim the upright strength you deserve. And if you've already mastered good posture, it's time to move on to a more advanced challenge: standing up from a chair without using your hands. A seemingly small movement, but one that powerfully reflects longevity and lasting agility. Imagine you're sitting on an armless chair, and someone says, "Now stand up, but don't use your hands." Can you rise firmly and smoothly, relying only on the strength of your legs and core? This isn't just an exercise, it's a comprehensive health test. The ability to stand up from a chair without using your hands reflects the strength of your leg muscles, especially the quadriceps, glutes, and core muscle group, all of which play a critical role in maintaining balance, preventing falls, and preserving the ability to care for yourself independently. Numerous studies have shown that older adults who can stand up without using their hands tend to have a lower risk of mortality over the next 5 to 10 years. It may sound surprising, but there's strong science behind it, because this movement requires precise coordination between muscle strength, neural control, and cardiovascular capacity. It also represents your ability to shift your body from a resting state to an active one, from passive to proactive, which is vital in emergency situations. The good news is, even if you can't do it today, you can absolutely improve with practice. Start with the 90-degree chair exercise. Sit on a chair, cross your arms over your chest, and stand up slowly without using your hands. Then sit back down and repeat 5 to 10 times. If that's too difficult, begin with a higher chair and gradually work your way down as your muscles get stronger. You can also train your leg strength with controlled squats. Stand upright with your feet shoulder-width apart. Slowly lower yourself as if you're sitting in a chair. Hold for 3 seconds, then rise. Repeat 10 times daily, increasing reps as your stamina improves. This exercise not only builds leg power, but also enhances your control of body movement in space, an essential factor for fall prevention. Here's a simple challenge to try at home. Set a timer and see how many times you can stand up from a chair without using your hands in 30 seconds. For adults aged 65 and up, 12 to 15 repetitions is considered excellent. If you hit that mark, congratulations, your physical strength is truly impressive. The ability to rise from a chair without pushing off with your hands isn't just a sign of longevity, it's a symbol of autonomy and freedom. It reassures you that you can still do important things on your own, helping you build confidence and motivation to stay healthy every day. And if you can already rise smoothly and steadily from a chair, your next challenge takes it one step further. Can you balance on one foot for 10 seconds? A simple skill, but one that's deeply connected to your safety and total body health. Can you stand on one foot for 10 seconds? Try it right now. Stand up straight, lift one foot off the ground, and don't hold on to anything. The clock is ticking. 1, 2, 3. If you can hold for at least 10 seconds, you're doing better than most people over the age of 65. The ability to balance on one foot for a short time might seem like a small challenge, but it's actually one of the strongest indicators of overall health in older adults. It requires precise coordination between the nervous system, musculoskeletal system, balance sensors in the inner ear, and the core muscles around the abdomen and hips. When any of these areas weaken, balance is lost and the risk of falling increases significantly. According to a major study in Japan, widely cited in geriatric conferences, individuals who could not stand on one leg for more than 10 seconds had nearly double the risk of death from health-related causes compared to those with better balance. Rehabilitation experts also use this test as an early screening tool for underlying neurological issues like mild cognitive impairment, Parkinson's disease, or small vessel brain damage. The good news is, balance is a skill you can absolutely train. Just like muscle strength, the more you practice it, the stronger and more reliable it becomes over time. One of the easiest methods is the toothbrush one-leg stand. Every morning, while brushing your teeth, try standing on one foot. Switch legs after 30 seconds. It's just challenging enough to activate your nervous system and easy to remember. No equipment needed. Another great exercise is the invisible tightrope. Walk in a straight line, heel to toe with each step, keeping your eyes forward. This is a powerful way to train focus and your ability to adjust balance while moving. If this feels too difficult at first, start slowly. Stand near a wall or high chair, lightly touch it for support, then gradually let go as your confidence improves. A little more time each day, a little more patience, and you might surprise yourself with what you can do. Balancing on one foot doesn't just help prevent falls, it's also a symbol of control, inner stability, and a responsive nervous system. When your balance is strong, you walk with more confidence, no longer hesitating on stairs or when crossing the street. And if you can already balance well while standing still, the next challenge tests your dynamic coordination. Can you get down to the floor and back up without using your hands? One of the most important skills is to protect your independence and long-term health. Imagine you're sitting on the floor, maybe after picking up a dropped item or playing with your grandchild, and now you need to stand up. No chair to lean on, no hands on the floor, no one to assist. Can you do it? Getting down to and up from the floor without using your hands is a complex yet incredibly essential movement skill. It requires coordination between leg strength, core stability, flexibility in the hips and knees, and balance control. If you can perform this movement smoothly, it's a strong indicator that your body is still operating as an efficient system, strong, agile, and well-aligned. A well-known study from Brazil frequently cited at American medical conferences, found that adults aged 51 to 80 who could sit down and rise from the floor without using their hands had a higher life expectancy and were less likely to suffer from chronic illnesses. Rehabilitation specialists also use this as a predictor of functional independence, because if you can get on and off the floor by yourself, you're more likely to care for yourself, handle emergencies, and avoid relying on others. The good news is, this ability isn't something you're born with. It's a skill that can be significantly improved through consistent practice. Start with a basic exercise. Sit on a low chair, then stand up without using your hands. Repeat 5 to 10 times a day. Once you're comfortable, try sitting down on a thin mat on the floor. You can start by using one hand for support, then gradually reduce that reliance. A great strength-building movement is the reverse lunge. Step one leg backward, lower yourself close to the floor, and return to standing. This exercise strengthens the legs, enhances balance, and increases hip flexibility. 3 core elements that make floor-to-stand transitions smoother and safer. To assess your ability, try the 5-point test. Sit down on the floor and stand back up without using your hands, knees, or elbows. For each point of contact you use for support, hand, knee, etc., subtract 1 point. A score of 8 to 10 suggests excellent physical health, while a score below 5 signals the need to begin focused training. This skill may determine whether you can get up on your own after a minor fall, or whether you'll need to wait for someone to come help. It's more than just a movement. It's a safeguard for your independence and a foundation for the most basic freedom, taking care of yourself. And if you're already able to rise from the floor without your hands, congratulations, you've conquered one of aging's toughest physical challenges. But there's one more sign to look at: your ability to carry weight. Up next, we'll explore why being able to carry a grocery bag with ease is a powerful indicator of sustainable strength. Do you remember the last time you carried 2 grocery bags home from the store? Did you lift them with ease, or did you have to stop halfway, switch hands repeatedly, or feel immediate strain in your back or shoulders? Carrying heavy items, though it may sound simple, is actually one of the clearest signs of whether your body is still strong. It's not just a test of arm and shoulder strength. It also reflects bone density, coordination among major muscle groups, and flexibility in your back and hips. If you can carry a significant amount of weight without wobbling or feeling pain, you're showing that your body remains stable, balanced, and functionally efficient. In geriatric health centers, the ability to carry heavy loads is considered a critical factor in assessing an older adult's level of independence. A person who can carry a 10 to 15-pound bag without fatigue or losing balance is statistically less likely to be hospitalized and more likely to maintain independent living for longer. Why? Because everyday tasks, like lifting a laundry basket, carrying a pot of water, hauling a suitcase, or holding a grandchild, require similar capabilities. The good news is, you don't need to be a professional weightlifter to improve this skill. You can start training right at home with simple, safe, and effective exercises. One of the best is the farmer's carry. Hold 2 large water bottles or small sandbags in each hand. Walk around your house for 30 to 60 seconds, keeping your shoulders upright and your torso steady. This exercise strengthens the arms and shoulders while also improving endurance, balance, and core stability. A lighter variation: fill a cloth bag with 5 to 10 books, lift it, and carry it for 5 to 10 steps. Repeat this 3 times every morning. The slight heaviness is a good thing. It stimulates muscle growth and helps your body learn to distribute weight efficiently. Also, pay close attention to your lifting technique. Always bend your knees, keep your back straight, and lift using your legs, not your back. This is a golden rule for avoiding injury, especially in the lower back, which becomes more vulnerable with age. Being able to carry heavy items doesn't just help with daily tasks, it gives you a sense of agency, strength, and confidence. You don't need someone to lift your groceries or to wait for help bringing in the water delivery. You can do it. And that alone is a powerful reminder that you're still in control, still making your own decisions. If you can already carry heavy loads with ease, be proud because you've mastered one of the core components of aging well. But there's still one more important sign to look at, a skill that combines almost everything we've discussed so far, getting on and off the floor freely, without help. A challenging move, but one that holds deep meaning for a proactive and empowered life in older age. Imagine a simple situation. You drop something on the floor, or perhaps you just want to sit and play with your grandchild. You sit down easily, but can you stand back up naturally, without anyone's help, without holding onto a chair or the wall? The ability to move down to and up from the floor freely without using any support is one of the most important indicators of healthy aging. It's a real-life test that combines muscular strength, balance, flexibility, and cardiovascular endurance. When you can do this, it means your body still possesses the ability to recover, coordinate movement efficiently, and maintain independence in daily life. Numerous studies at geriatric centers have shown that older adults who can get on and off the floor without assistance have lower risks of fractures, hospitalization due to falls, and enjoy longer life expectancy. Especially in emergencies, such as after a minor fall, if you can't get back up, you might have to lie there for hours, leading to serious complications. On the other hand, if you can get yourself up, you're taking control of your own health outcomes. However, this isn't a natural ability. It's a skill that can be trained. You can begin with supportive exercises, such as sitting cross-legged on a mat, then placing one foot flat and pushing up to stand, using one hand at first if needed, then gradually reducing reliance. Another exercise is the knee to floor move. From a standing position, step one leg back and lower the knee to the floor, then rise, switch legs. This strengthens the legs, improves hip flexibility, and enhances smooth movement control. Here's a simple test you can try yourself. Lay down a mat, sit all the way on the floor, and stand back up without using your hands or knees. If you need more than 1 to 2 points of support to complete the motion, it's your body signaling that it's time to start training, sooner rather than later. Practicing floor mobility also brings major psychological benefits. Many older adults feel afraid to sit down, out of fear they won't be able to get back up. But when you regain that ability, you also reclaim your confidence, your sense of control over your body, and the belief that I'm still strong. I can still do this. The ability to get up from the floor freely not only helps you avoid dependency, it's a major step toward preserving your joy in life. You'll feel more flexible when playing with your grandkids, gardening, doing yoga, or simply moving with ease, without your body feeling like a burden. If you can already do this, be proud, because you're not just living, you're living well, independently, and proactively. You are a rare example of aging with strength, clarity, and freedom. Thank you for staying with me until the very last moment of this journey. Your interest, attention, and desire to live a healthy life are truly valuable, and I deeply appreciate that. Together, we've explored 8 simple yet powerful signs that show you're not just living longer, but living well, living freely, and living intentionally. From grip strength and posture to the ability to rise from the floor, each sign is proof that your physical, mental, and cognitive strength is still shining brightly within you. So, which of the 8 signs surprised you the most? How many have you tried to test yourself on? I invite you to share your thoughts so we can learn from each other, spread awareness, and inspire our community together. If you found this content helpful, don't hesitate to click like, share it with your loved ones and friends, or save it as a daily reminder for yourself. And if you're ready to continue this journey of living strong and living well, I'm always here to walk beside you with more videos and heartfelt reflections to come. This is not the end, but rather the beginning of a new chapter of resilience, wellness, and vitality. Aging is not the final chapter. It's a precious time to live fully in every moment. It is never too late to start, never too old to improve, as long as you believe in yourself.